Kuwait to Iraqi Kurdistan overland, day 5 and 6. We got out of the hotel, hit the streets of Karbala at 8:30 a.m., and bumped into some Iranian procession headed towards the main shrine. We kept going until meeting a driver outside of the restricted city center, and off we went again. Just under 2 hours later, we made it to Baghdad, Iraq's capital and home to 8 million souls. First order of the day was breakfast, and this morning we're having Iraqi shakshuka, again, with tea. Which, if you're wondering, Iraqi tea is mostly sugar and a little splash of tea. Just look at the amount of sugar at the bottom. We then had a walk in the neighborhood until we made it to Tahrir Square. We then visited a very chaotic market, a Sufi mosque, a bird market, and finally made it to the nice and somewhat upscale part of the city, Al-Mutanabbi Street. This is by far the most well-kept part of the city. Quick stop at Shabandar Cafe, arguably Baghdad's most iconic cafe, which has been a meeting spot for poets, intellectuals, and politicians for over a century. On the next morning, the weather was terrible, but it didn't keep us from checking out this beautiful shrine, which was my favorite on this entire trip, and we've seen quite a few, as I'm sure you remember. After a little drying break at the hotel, we went back out on a car ride. I really enjoyed how some parts of Baghdad look like they survived nuclear Armageddon, like these two buildings right here, and then 2 blocks away somehow you stumble upon those absolute gems. Another thing we saw today are these historical relics close to Mutanabbi Street. This neighborhood used to be a multi-confessional melting pot with Muslims, Jews, and Christians all coexisting in the same area. Some of these houses were abandoned by fleeing Jews following the 1941 Baghdad pogroms, and once again by Iraqi Christians due to Saddam's invasion of Kuwait, the ensuing instability, the fall of Ba'athist Iraq, the US occupation, and subsequent flare-ups of sectarian violence. And that's it for today. Stay tuned for Mosul tomorrow.